The UN says millions of tons of grain still need to be cleared from Ukrainian silos to make room for the new harvest. Shipments resumed through the Black Sea earlier this month after a deal brokered by Turkey lifted a Russian blockade. The flow of grain has helped ease food prices, but exports so far are down by half compared to the same period last year. DW correspondent Matthias Bollinger is in Kyiv. Matthias, why is it proving so difficult to get the grain out of Ukraine despite the deal brokered by Turkey?
Look, the deal foresees that ships that will sail into the Ukrainian ports, get loaded, and then leave the ports again. And before the war, there were something like 5 ships per day that were leaving these 3 ports. Plus, there are also ports that are not operating now, like the port of Mykolaiv. Until now, this number, which is the target, has not been reached because there were not enough ships ready to sail in.
Not enough ships. We understand that that on Saturday, Ukraine's cabinet approved new measures to make the process easier. What exactly did they decide?
Well, it's not exactly that they approved new measures to make the process easier, but there's the hope that the new measures they introduced will have an impact. Basically, they introduced new rules for men. Men are banned from leaving the country since the beginning of the war due to potential mobilization. So men between 18 and 60 cannot leave Ukraine, and the government has approved new rules for men who need to travel for business purposes, and these include sailors. So the hope is that if ships have difficulty finding a crew to sail in, that Ukrainian sailors would be more ready to sail in. But the problem is we also need the ships, and there's also the problem of insurance, which is of course very costly because they're sailing into a war zone, despite all the guarantees. So it's a measure that could potentially ease, but it's probably not the solution to the problem, the complete solution.
I suppose not surprisingly, the war is expected to take its toll on Ukraine's grain harvest this year. How serious is the impact likely to be?
Well, look, Russia is occupying now something like 20% of Ukraine's surface. So this is already territory that will not there might be harvests and they might be taken by Russia, which is a problem in itself, but this will not be grain. This grain will not be in the Ukrainian stocks. There are battles, there are fields burning. There have been accusations that Russia was setting these fields on fire purposely. Now, this is also not proven, but of course, and there are mines. So there are many fields where this year there won't be any harvest.
DW's Matthias Berlinger in Kyiv. Many thanks, Matthias.